Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United agenda. And yes, it's that time of the year, should we say, of the season, really. Only 2 days to go before the season kickstart. Where will your team finish in the Premier League? That's the question today on everyone's lips. So, guys, please like, please share, please subscribe, and welcome to the Man United agenda. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United agenda. And I am joined by a fabulous panel tonight. So, guys, as always, no need for you to know who the top three is, but we do definitely need to know who the bottom three is. And it is James, sir. Welcome back to the channel. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. Thanks for inviting me. Looking forward to the
you're welcome,
show.
sir. Making your second appearance now, isn't it?
Second appearance. That's it. Yeah.
Bring it
transfer,
on. Bring it.
Transfer fees on the way.
And Gumza, again, part of the family from the Armory TV. Sir, welcome back to the channel. How are we doing?
Appreciate. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for the invite. I'm looking forward to this one. I heard Sam speak of some wildness. So I didn't believe it was true. I thought it was photoshopped or edited. So I wanted to be first hand next to him when he's talked that madness again today. So
as you hear it.
And again, it's been a long time. Sam Spurs for Life from Paxton Road TV is on the channel. So welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Just to put it out there, if you lot are trying to do a thing like that channel tried on me last time, don't do it. It ain't gonna work with me. So I'll just put that out there. Anyway, well, I'm happy to be here. Let's do this, man. Talk about the top. Are we talking top 8? Because we might need to talk top 8 just to get you lot in there. Sorry,
he brought the banter already. He brought the banter. Now, guys, welcome to the channel. It's been a pleasure having you guys on. To be honest with you, we wanted to do something like this a while back, but what the problem is, it was too early in the season. So what we thought, let preseason be out the way and done with. And then, as what Gumza said, I heard some madness recently. So I just want to know if it's true or not. But before we get into that, guys, we just want to say, if you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe to the Man United agenda. We are on the road to 2.5k subscriber, not too far away from it, but you know what to do. If you're watching and you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you're not new and you're old, like Rebel, and who's in the chat already, Pat Lawless, part of the membership as well. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. So welcome. So before we go, though, we always do this, and I'm on there to read some of the comments out straight away. Let's hit them out straight away before we go.
I can always tell when it's going to be a really good show because it's bubbling in the comments right now. So we've got people like Eddie saying big up to the panel and bang like. Thank you very much. Rebels here saying solo late again. Tut. Sigh. Gavin Ward's in the house. Rebel, the common theme is you're running the show. Okay, so it's late again. All these late jokes. Rebel again. Talk about Harry Maguire, fantasy football. Go Paul is there. How you doing, Go Paul? Welcome again to the channel. FC United forever saying good evening and good evening to you. Pat Lawless is here as well. Said props, fantastic panel, and all the legends of the community in big respect. That's a warm greeting there from one of the Man United agenda. And was here as well. Said Chelsea will hijack Super Frankie, and we'll get to that later. Yes, I'm sure. And Matthew Bassett. I saw Matthew Bassett on another show, Football United TV earlier. Really representing. Great watch. Jay Billy Josh is in here as well. Liverpool City, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, and Manchester United. I just think he's reading out names. Surely that's not the position in the league. And FC United is saying, I heard Solo had Balaclava on earlier for being technical on another channel. Anyway.
I was late. Late technical issues, guys. So what we want to do, guys, we're going to go into it first of all. And first things first, I'm going to go to Sam Spurs for Life and ask him the question. How did Spurs pre-season sort of go? How was it? How did you look at it? Was there any changes or?
Can I ask? Was there a reason why you started with me first? No, there's no reason.
No. I'm just going. It's going to change all the time. It's going to change all the time.
That's cool. Because them lot did the same thing. All I'm saying is them lot did the same thing over there, and it didn't end up too well. So
it's done by age, seniority with age,
okay.
And wisdom. Yeah, age and wisdom.
Okay, that's cool. Preseason is it's about fitness. It's about looking at players that are being integrated. We've got 6 new players in our squad, so they all need to be integrated. They've had different timings in terms of when they've arrived at Tottenham Hotspur. What I would say is we haven't probably seen, I would say, the best of the team in terms of how you'd expect them to play. And one of the couple of reasons for that, we've played over in Korea, which obviously the heat, the humidity is you're not gonna see the likelihood of teams playing at high intensity. And even when we played in Israel the other day, it was 28 degrees at night, and then it was like humid as well. So I don't think the intensity has been there for us to see how the team's going to play, particularly because Conte's teams rely on intensity in terms of how they perform. However, what I would say is I'm liking what we've done in terms of our signings so far. I hope that we're going to get a couple more, and I'm looking forward to the season. So if you're asking me how preseason's gone okay. I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Brilliant. And it's going to be the same question, Gamza, for Arsenal. I know you guys been, well, we'll go into Jesus later on, but he's been banging all preseason. So how do you think your preseason has gone so far?
If I'm honest, better than expected. I weren't expecting the Chelsea win, if I'm honest, and to do it as a 4-0, and then definitely was not expecting a 6-0 on the weekend. I went to watch the game. And again, Sevilla are 1 week behind us in their preseason. They don't kick off their season till the week after. So we should be a bit in front of them because obviously we're going tomorrow, Friday. But the manner in which we beat them shocked me. So I'm actually not say confident, but I've been impressed with what I've seen so far. Again, Spurs for me done well in the window, but from what I watched of them, I didn't see much of an improvement on the pitch. So yeah, you read into what you want.
Early
but
shots, man. Early shots.
I'm just saying for us, what I saw on the pitch, it's encouraging. So yeah, long may it continue. And again, I know we come Friday, we probably get lashes, but it is what it is. Like I watched the Palace game and they did look sharp as well, to be fair. So it's going to be a good game on Friday. But I'm happy with how preseason's gone so far.
Jamie?
Yeah, it's our preseason was 50-50. Obviously, we started trending horribly against you guys. Decent win then against Palace, then Leipzig. You know, beating City in the Community Shield was good. Yeah, it's gone all right. Darwin Núñez is coming on nicely as well. There's not many changes in our team. You know, look at our 11. There won't be many differences. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready for the season. That game against City in the Community Shield showed me that we're ready for the season. And I can't wait. I can't wait.
And OMONDI, so far United, how obviously we'll go more in depth in the United, but how so far for you for the preseason?
I think the major difference compared to these 3 great clubs below us is that we've had a manager change, a tactical change as well with our system. That's massive. And I was going to ask the other guys if there's any sort of tweaks with their system, formations, everything else, to go in more detail, because obviously we don't get a chance to speak to other fans that often. But obviously anyone who watches Manchester United Agenda will know we've got Ten Hag, new system, new ID, new identity, and it's going to take some time to incorporate that into the players. We've got a couple of new players as well. That always makes a difference. And the players I think we're buying now is a bit more sensible signings, players that will fit the system. So you're looking at technical players, good IQ, and understanding of like rotations and that kind of thing. So hopefully you'll see a new look Manchester United going forward, and it's going to be the most exciting season as yet. We always say this every season, but every year it just seems to get better. And with the improvements that these guys are making, it's just going to be, but on the 20th, we're playing Liverpool on the 20th, for example, and that's going to be an amazing game. I can't imagine today we should beat them 4-0, and they're playing it down like it's a pre-season friendly, or without jokes or anything. I mean, and then you're saying that Seville were a week behind, and I think it makes a difference. They're all fit, they all know what they're doing. It's like Atletico Madrid, they beat us, and people say, they're a week behind or so. But they're always guaranteed to be fit. So I do think there's a lot in pre-season friendlies. It's not like you're playing Boreham Wood or someone, one of these non-league sides. These games are money made, and there's a lot of pride on as well. So I really think Man United have done really well. I would have liked a bit more progress with maybe Frankie de Jong coming in and maybe enough.
Stick to the pre-season.
But so far we've had 5 games, we've won a couple, but we're looking good. You can see the transition. That's what we like to see.
Can I ask a question?
Go on.
Can I ask the question of the esteemed panel up there? Firstly, you said, like, what was your words? With the improvements of them lot down there. All of us down here was above you last season. So that stop that talk right about now, about them lot down there have improved. Can I ask another question? Do you believe that you are in better shape this preseason than you were last preseason?
I'm going to let Mr. B answer because I was going to go to Mr. B next. Mr. B?
No, we're in better shape in regards to manager.
Thank you, Mr. B. I like Mr. B for that.
In regards to squad, no. We're still maybe 2 players short of even having a team that I believe will mount to put up a fight against certain teams in the season. And I think if people are talking about these mystery signings that we're supposed to be buying, we've got 3 players. We bought 2, we got 1 and a 3. One of them, we don't know if he's going to be fit enough to start. One of them is a week behind, and one of them might get his place taken by somebody who eats beer custard. So we're not ready. We're not ready. Squad-wise, we're not ready. Manager-wise, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. You can see what he's been implementing in pre-season. But in regards to us starting the season, we ain't ready.
Oh, Mr. B.
Sorry.
Let's go now. That's right. What we'll do is, should we go in? No, we won't go into the comments yet. Let's do another one. So let's go to Jamie. Jamie, what do you think Liverpool require at the moment to achieve probably winning the Premier League and say the Champions League?
Luck. Midfielder and luck, I suppose. If you talk to any Liverpool fan, it's the midfield where we are apparently at our weakest, and that's where we need players coming in. Look, I'm not. When the season starts, if we haven't got a midfielder in, so it is the way it is. I'm happy with the way the squad is. I look at our whole squad in a whole. We've got arguably the best keeper around. Our back four's quality. Our forward line's quality, and the midfield ain't dead. I mean, you got people like Thiago and Fabinho in it. It's not a dead midfield, but yeah, there is injury concerns there. We have a lot of depth in midfield, but we don't have a lot of quality. I think what it is, people compare us too much to Man City. Man City have the most elite midfield in Europe, in my opinion. Their midfield is, it's ridiculous because Pep's system requires 5 number 10s to play in his system, basically. So that's why their midfield is so good. But ours is different, and it's a midfield that got very close to everything last season, so I can't see why it can't get close again. With how good the defence is, the keeper is, and our forward line. I think Núñez will come on fine. He's going to bang goals. Salah, he ain't going to the World Cup. He's had a summer off, signed his new contract. Now got blonde bits in his hair. The man's ready, you know what I mean? The man's ready, and I think we're going to be absolutely fine. Personally, I think it's going to be Liverpool City again. I think Tottenham are a year away. Personally, at the moment, I think they're 12 months away from a serious title challenge. But yeah, at this moment in time, I think it's City and Liverpool, and they're the only 2. If I looked at it and said, almost guarantee 2 teams to be in the top 4 before a ball's kicked this season, you'd probably say City and Liverpool, and then 3rd and 4th place is up for grabs between the 3 to 4 teams this season. It's going to be an amazing season. I can't wait. It's going to be the most competitive Premier League of all time, in my opinion, as well. It's going to be fantastic.
Jamie, you've been reading my questions, haven't you?
We're just telepathic, man. Just telepathic.
Gamza, again, same sort of question. What do you guys are the what is it, 2nd highest spenders in Europe so far this season?
Believe so. For me, it's the centre mid. Like Xhaka and Partey have a good partnership when they're together. I'm not saying it's amazing, but again, I'm not worried about starting the season with them 2. However, Partey for me is the big miss. So it's hard because I would love to replace Xhaka, but actually it's when Partey comes out of the team we struggle. So if we can get a player who can play the 8 to play next to Partey, but equally can play the 6 if Partey's injured, that'll be the most important thing we can get done from now until the end of the transfer window. Next thing I would look at is the winger. Again, Saka, he played a lot last season. You see him fade out towards the end. So I think he needs someone to be able to rotate with him. People want a right back, a left-footed centre back, stuff like that. And yeah, I'm not really too fussed. I think Cedric could be all right. Ben White could play out there. Tomiyasu could play centre back. We've got enough players in them areas, so I'm all right in defence. But yeah, definitely for me, the centre mid is the key for me. So yeah, that's what I'll be hoping we go and improve on.
So can I just say, after being the second highest spenders in Europe, you mentioned about 4 or 5 players that you still need there. Wow.
That's to take us to the next level. Remember, we're only 2 points behind you, so
now you're saying you need to spend more money to get 4 or 5.
Might not need to spend. Might not even need to spend. There might be some players out there on loan. There might be a little.
Would like to do. That's what
like someone like Belotti out there on a free transfer.
You are not challenging this season after spending the most in the Premiership 2 years running. There's a problem. So let's not do this. You're on the platform this season. None of it.
We just need to improve on what we did last year. Just improve on what we did last year. That's what we got to do. Just because no one else is spending around us. Chelsea surely got to go past us soon anyway. If they do go and get the centre back in Fofana, surely they'll go past us in spending. But
I think they signed Cucurella or close to signing.
Yeah, he's 50 mil. Yeah. So yeah, I think they're going to fly past us in spending terms. But again, I feel we can catch them. Like they don't look. Again, I don't know if it was Arsenal were that good or they were just that bad, but they don't look like the Chelsea of old. So I think we can catch them, and we'll get to Spurs when we get to them. Anyway, I'm going to let you go now, Sam, actually. I want to hear what you've got to say.
Yeah, go on. It's all
you lot have spent a lot too.
It's all you.
Oh, I said, I'm very, very happy with the business. In terms of the players, obviously, you don't know until players start to play in the league. Yeah, you can say, oh, he looks like a great player on paper. That's fantastic. But until they play, you don't know. So there's a couple of players on here that I think are going to really make a difference for us next season. One, as Ivan Perisic on that left wing back position, he is clearly a key player for us. He's done it all. He's done it. So Jose knows it. Conte knows him inside out. He's a winner. He's brought him into the team, into the squad. He's probably likely to start on Saturday. I hope he does, because he's miles ahead of Sessegnon. Fitness-wise, that's what he's been trying to just get over. He had a bit of a calf injury at the end of last season and has just recovered to it. Conte's actually come out and said it's not the Ivan Perisic that he knows, but when I watched him in his cameo appearances, he looks miles better than what we've already got. So that's quite key in terms of that player really excelling us. The other player that's going to make a massive difference is Yves Bissouma in midfield. We had a pretty decent midfield when Bentancur come in January at the end of last season, at the middle of last season. And that Bentancur-Højbjerg partnership, the last 14 games. So just going back to James's point about, whether or not we're 12 months out. I don't believe we're 12 months out at all, because the games that we had, 28 games under Conte, we were the third highest scoring team after Liverpool and Manchester City. There was quite a bit of distance between us. But in the last 14 games, which is the key element, I think we were 6 points behind Liverpool in terms of points and mass. And Liverpool went on a mad, crazy run. And I think it was only 1 or 2 points behind City. So if you look at that over an average, 14 games, I'm looking at that. Conte's last 14 games. No preseason last season. Full preseason this season. Not talking about leaving. He's not getting I'm going to go because I ain't got the players. He's happy. 2 players that we need. Centre-back and possibly an attacking midfielder. We get them players. Yeah, I've already said what I'm going to say, but I'll say it again. We are likely... No. I think we're going to win the league or the Champions League. There, I said it again on this channel. Said it on his channel. I'll say it on whatever channel I'm on.
Mr. B, what players basically, well, you said it earlier, what we need, because right now we're quite thin and loads of players going on loan at Man United. But probably if we were to sign 3 players, I'm going to ask you slightly different. If we were to sign 3 players, what's the 3 players you would look for to get in before the window ends?
I don't know their names. I just want a good right winger, 2 good central midfielders. I don't know their names. I don't know what country they play in. I don't know who their agents are. I just want 3 players, 2 central midfielders and a right winger. I'm cool.
Yeah. OMONDI?
Yeah, I do think we still need some players, but there's no rush. I think we've got to find the right player.
The season starts on Saturday. There's no rush. Of course it's a rush.
Because we need to buy Saturday. It does indeed, but we need to buy the right player. The window closed at the end of the month, so we still got time. As long as you make the right signings, not just buy anybody like from Brighton who's had a good record for the last couple of years, or some old guy who used to play for Croatia, and there's no guarantee he could play over here. But so instead of just going out and just buying big names or someone who's hot property at the moment, we need to look long term. And we got
Did come out loud? Did you hear that one?
Yeah.
Did that come out? Oh, sorry about that.
Say it under a cough.
Did you say Ronaldo? When Ronaldo scored, was it a brace or a hat trick? Was it a brace?
Scored a hat
trick.
When we beat them 3-0 at Lane last year,
last season, yeah.
But anyway,
you were there, weren't you, on Monday? You were there, weren't you?
I was there. Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
there.
you were there. Yeah, I remember that.
But like I say, I think all the teams have strengthened, and they were above us anyway. All three of these teams here, and it'll be interesting to see how we can close the gap to them. And I think it's a promising sign what we've seen so far in pre-season. I know Mr. B disagrees, but I think the main thing is, as I know Sam's a coach and Gums is a coach as well, and I think Jamie, are you a coach as well?
No. I just got that face.
All right. Well, you look like a coach. You should just start it out and gone with it. But all three of these guys, if they're honest, they can see that the system is everything. It's not just about players. It's the system's everything. So when you're saying about rushing to buy players, everything, it's about buying the right players to fit into the system to make us effective. And all three of these guys have to agree with that because they're very good coaches and they have our respect.
Okay, guys, if you're new, 22 in the chat, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, give us a subscribe. There is only, I believe, 23 likes so far, 20 watching. Just make sure you're hitting that button. Amanda, would you mind going through some of these comments, please, quickly?
There's a lot of comments
because we've got loads to go through.
I'll be very quick, as quick as I can. I want to get to the comments, obviously, to the reactions from some of the stuff that's been said already. So MUFC saying we were battling Liverpool 4-2 at Old Trafford, that we pay back for last year. Gavin Ward saying Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham and Chelsea's laughing. I think that's the order he wants it to be. Bart saying how long will it take for Man United to overtake Liverpool and become the most successful British club? Emma is a Man United fan. She's saying all of our free new signings can easily become starters for the team. Pat Lawless is saying here, Solo, what does the top panel think of the strength of depth for the Premier League this season heading into the Champions League?
I've got that question already.
Okay. Gavin Ward saying, you worried about injuries, then you don't have the quality in depth. Who said something about injuries? One of you three said that. Okay, so there you go. That's something for you to respond to. Hey Bub, how you doing? She says nothing is guaranteed in football, which is true. Anwar is saying Erik ten Hag is the cause of delay on the transfer window because he said today on an interview it's not about signing players, but it's about signing the right players. Something I said earlier.
You said it earlier as well. Yeah, you did.
We at Man United are raving about Garnacho at the moment. I don't know if you guys saw a little cameo what he did the other day, but we're really happy about that. Bill Baggio is saying here, which is a really good point, 5 subs only helps out the top teams. Bart is saying Perisic brings some winning mentality to a Spurs squad. Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point. And Abab finally says, scenes if Spurs finish 7th and Conte flees. Sorry, before I move on, obviously, Sam, you made a big statement. So MUFC is saying is Tottenham fans are funny and also delusional. I'm sure
and Bart did say something, but we won't read it on the comment.
I can back it up. I can back up everything I've said. It's not a problem. I don't know. This is the point. I don't know. But I'm giving you, and I've done a show on it, and I showed in terms of where everything's at in terms of the points amassed. 28 games Conte played after the first 10 games that Nuno had. As I said, we were 3rd in terms of points amassed, but we were quite a distance away. The last 14 games that we played, and that includes the bit of a mini meltdown that we had just after the Burnley game where he said he was going to go. That was the catalyst for us to then go on the run that we had. And that run took us into 4th, no less. I'm looking at what Conte's done previously, what Conte's done with other teams, what Conte has done all over the place. Now, you could say, oh, it's Spurs, he's not going to do that at Spurs. He's clearly quite happy with what he's got. He's got 6 players in before. This is unheard of for Spurs, by the way. 6 players in a month before the window ends. We can now go and afford to play the first 2, 3, 4 games, look and see exactly what we've got, and then know exactly what we need to get. I think that's already in plan anyway. So Conte, definitely top, would you say top 5 manager? I would say he's in the top 3 to 5 managers in the world. Have we got all the facilities in place to be a challenging team? Have we done it before? Yes, we have. Did we have the best manager at that time when we were challenging? No, we didn't. So I'm putting all those pieces together and making 5. So 2 and 2 in my head, it makes 5. So yeah. Anybody else want to come and talk? And I'll talk to them.
All you did was just reaffirm what MUFC said. Tottenham fans are hilarious and delusional, guy. That's all you did there, boy. You didn't do nothing else.
You see? This is what I'm saying. I like it because, like I said, we've got so much of the season to come. It's great. All of you lot.
I don't think Spurs fans are delusional. But my only thing is, I just don't see City and Liverpool falling that far off.
So what we've mentioned. Sorry to interrupt. I'm not doing that again. What we've mentioned already. There's a number of circumstances of this season. We've got a World Cup smack bang in the middle of a season. Never before has that happened. We have 5 subs in the Premier League. Again, that's happened, but not on a consistent basis. We've got, I would say, 1, 2, 3, probably at least 4 of the top 6 managers in world football in the same league at the same time. That's Pep Guardiola, that's Klopp, that's Conte. You could put Ten Hag in there as well. Arteta, unfortunately, not in that top, but Tuchel. Yeah, but I'm not sure about Tuchel anyway. The jury's out on him. But what I'm saying is you've got a very competitive league with all these managers in there. We beat City twice last season. We didn't lose to you guys last season, but we lost to Manchester United twice, and they were horrendous. You know what I'm saying? So, again, get the balance right. Make sure that these other little things that don't happen, losing to Wolverhampton Wanderers and then Southampton back-to-back in home games for Spurs was unheard of. It won't happen again this season unless we have an injury crisis. So what I'm saying is there could be things that happen that could disrupt your season, as you've seen, Liverpool, when you lose your defenders, you ain't the same team. You ain't really got a lot of midfielders at the moment. So if you lose Thiago, again, we'll see what happens when the season starts.
Maybe.
In defense of Liverpool, and I don't want to defend Liverpool, the way Klopp play and the system, Klopp's been playing that sort of system, and even Pep Guardiola, they could have loads of injury, and they can just bring someone from the academy and they slot right in without a problem.
Yeah,
so as much as you say if they have injury, they can literally bring someone, slot them in.
Well, ask the player. Ask the Liverpool fan. He'll tell you about that season when they had their injuries.
The year we had the horrible injuries, it was horrible. Obviously, we had to use our midfielders as centre backs, and then our 2 youth players as centre backs at the end of it. But we still finished 3rd, and I think the last 10 games of that season, we won 8 and drew 2. Won 8 and drew 2 out of the last 10 games, and then still finished 3rd above Chelsea, who went on to win the European Cup. So, yeah, injuries would affect us, but it doesn't. That sort of injury, when you lose your 3 centre backs out of the 4 in your team. I mean, everyone's going to struggle. City did it when they lost their centre backs. When Liverpool won everyone would struggle. But I think Spurs will have a very good season. I still haven't finished third.
What will happen is they're going to have Harry Kane going to get injured for a bit. Then Song will get injured. Then Harry Kane will go on his drought for a few months before he's coming back and scoring. But hey, Spurs might win the league. I'm a United fan, so I don't expect us to win anything this season. We're just there for the ride. Go on, Monday.
Look, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I do think Spurs are legit title contenders. And the reason why, I do agree with Sam, is that they've got a strong team now, prime players ready to go. It's not like their players have to warm up and get going. Look at Liverpool, they bought Carvalho. Arsenal have bought Vieira. These are guys that are going to take some time to get going. They've got prime players ready to go. Basuma, I've made a joke about him earlier. He's a quality player. He's proven in Premiership. And he's going to definitely make them stronger. You know, this guy is a real good player in midfield. He's strong and he knows how to play in the Prem. And then obviously with Perisic as well. Excuse me, bless me. Him as well. He's a class player. Once he gets going, he will cut people in half. I know people are going to be diving in. He's going to chop me one way, chop the other. We're going to see that. It's going to happen because the Premiership is, a bit naive in that respect. So yeah, they've made some really good signings. And
let's not underestimate the Richarlison as well, Amondi. Richarlison signing. People say, we paid 55-60 million pounds for him. Again, Premiership proven player. That is going to make an addition to what we've already got up front. And our front three, I would say, incomparable to the Liverpool's front three in terms of the numbers. But, Liverpool's front three obviously ahead. But that's been broken up from last season. You don't have Mane in there. There's so many factors going into this season that's going to make a difference. It's about the management. If you've got the right person in place that can manage all these egos, have you got the right manager that's going to know tactically when to rest players? A World Cup in the middle of a season is going to F up so much. Players are not going to be able to play all the way through the season and do well in the World Cup and then come back and think they're going to play the rest of the season. It ain't happening. So you do need deep squads. I'm looking at our squad and thinking, have we got a player for each position? Yes, we have. Is the drop-off too much? There was a bit of a drop-off last season. It's not so much this season. That's where you're going to find out who's going to have the team to win. And I think City are probably the top team in the moment. Liverpool are close. If I looked at Man United in terms of the players that they've got, I would say fantastic. But there's too much politics going for your club. You ain't going to make it unless you get that politics sorted out, unfortunately.
So I agree. Just to finish my point, I think that where Spurs are ready to strike now, they've thrown all the eggs into one basket, I believe. And if they're going to do it, it's going to be this season. They're going to have a title challenge. It's not going to be a dynasty, I don't believe. I think other teams are better prepared for that. Arsenal, for example, are building for a dynasty. Liverpool are in the prime of their peak of their dynasty. It's going to be more like El Dorado. Something's going to be cancelled after a year or so.
Can I answer the reason why you don't think there'll be a dynasty?
I was going to sit there and say,
sorry. No, I'll let someone else take it. But
I was going to say Mr. B because Mr. B is there quietly. So I was going to get Mr. B involved. You're muted, Mr. B.
I'm listening. I'm just listening. Until we start talking, I'm going to talk about Spurs because, as it's already said, the teams above us. I mean, we could go out and sign 3 players tomorrow, fine. But the teams above us have improved their squads more than. Look, we go into the season, I think, in a weaker position. That's all player-wise. Morale-wise and everything else, the club's in a good space. But obviously with Ronaldo, that's a different thing. But I think
your
behind
club
the
ain't in a
scenes,
good morale.
What happened with them players leaving the other day?
what listen, that's what I hope is that they thought they could, and now they know they can't. That's what I hope's happened. I don't think the conversation was had before where you're not allowed to leave and they decided, F the manager, we're going to leave. I think it was something that they did, because I know they did it a couple of times last season as well. I think it was something that they did. Ten Hag don't like it, and if they do it again, there's going to be an issue. That's what I'm hoping. You know, I mean, we might find out that it's something a lot bigger than that, in which case then it is what it is. But the club's full of drama, and none of it.
Can I give some advice? Tonight at midnight, a documentary comes out, and there's a manager who will show you how to deal with that kind of disrespect in your club. So watch that tonight.
What's that?
No.
What's that? I won't be watching that. I'll
send you the clip. I'll send you the clip.
Watch it at the end. I want to watch the end bit. That's the best bit.
The last 3 games. I want to see the last 3 games.
Gums and no spoilers. I want to find out how you got on at the end.
Yeah, it's ongoing. We've got 2 seasons. That was just half the show. Part one.
Yeah, but I think it did come out that the players, it seems that who are looking to leave the club was the players that all left early. That's what it came out to be. So anyone
so
who's
you're telling me, sorry, apologies.
Go on. No.
All I was saying was, I don't know many managers that tell their players that you can just go at halftime, even in grassroots football. I've coached football for a lot of years, and you know, there's sometimes players want. I say, no, you're not leaving. You're staying here, and that's just grassroots. You're telling me that away game, home game, the players have played half, and they said, "Went in the shower, we're going, boss. See you later." That don't wash to me. Your star players doing that as well. I'm saying, I don't know if this morale thing is as good as you think, Mr. B. I think it's shocking at Man United at the present time, but I'm yet to be proven because the season hasn't started. We could all do this about pre-season. Arsenal are crowing like they've won the league already, but we ain't played yet. And when they play Crystal Palace on Friday, we'll see about how they are. If they beat Crystal Palace 5-0, then I'll be like, okay, the all or nothing documentary, I might have to see what Arteta's doing. But until then, I don't really give a toss because that all or nothing documentary, I know what happens.
I wonder, would you mind going through some of these comments, please?
Oh, wow. Ooh. Yeah. So Perisic, I can't pronounce his name. Perisic has the quality to slot into any team, says Nick Knack. And I think everyone agrees with that. Abab is saying signing many players has its downsides. It can destabilize the team for a while. To me, Spurs had too many signings. So it's casting doubt on your transfer policy to get a lot of players in. Gavin Ward is saying they took They still got Kane and Song, so they will always be a threat. Conte has bought well, in his opinion. What surprises me is that Conte has managed to get tight-ass Levy to open up the purse strings. I'm going to leave it there with the comments because there's so many.
Okay, so the next one is going to be, what other clubs do you guys, apart from your clubs, do you guys believe could be a threat going to this Premier League season, being a World Cup year as well? I'm going to put it out there and I'm going to say West Ham for me. I think West Ham could be a massive threat because...
threat to your Europa Conference League for you lot, boy, I'll be real.
Well, you're in Europa League as well with us, aren't you?
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're there now, but we're on the trajectory, so...
Yeah.
But okay. We'll see.
The first night trophy, eh? No, but I'm going to put it out there and I'm going to say West Ham. I think West Ham probably, when you look at the squad, they've got David Moyes, got the unity, they've got the players they've brought in already this season, with Declan Rice staying as well, World Cup year. I think, to be honest with you, they've strengthened in their team, and I think for me, they're going to be probably the biggest threat, even in coming into the top four as well. Again, let's start off with Mr. B.
I agree. I think Skamaka, Skamaka. Yeah, he's a good signing because they did drop off. I mean, look, I want to be really positive, but I have to be honest. And if we're in a battle with West Ham this season, I'm going to be so mad because they're not going to be at the end of the table that gives you excitement and gives you that joy. You know what I mean? Last season they dropped off. It's the only reason that we didn't qualify for the Conference League Cup is because West Ham messed up. You know, we had our opportunities. So I really want to be positive. I came on here, come on, but I can't. I'm looking at and I'm thinking Liverpool ahead. Arsenal, I'll be honest. Arsenal are the ones who I think are gonna just mess up. They're too happy. I don't think it's so that all of their fans are happy, and that's what I like. So when the disappointment comes, it's going to hurt more. Spurs, I do believe that Spurs have a good manager, and they've already got bullets in their team, and they've added in positions that they needed to add in. I said, I know Sam was saying he probably needs another couple of players. If you get those couple of players, then fair play to them. But I think Spurs will probably be the one that will close the gap. Maybe not finish first or second, but I think they will close. I think they will close that gap.
Yeah. Sam, who is going to be your surprise package?
Well, you know what? I'm thinking Man United because, like I said, you've got to improve on that 6 from last season. You know, you got good squads. You've got a manager now, so I think you really can be challenging for that top 6. Really on the money.
You put a smile on Amonda's face.
I'm joking. If I'm honestly looking at it, I'm looking at teams like Newcastle. I'm looking at teams like Aston Villa, West Ham, as we've already mentioned before. But as a real surprise one, I'm saying Crystal Palace because I look at the youngsters that they've got in their squad. I'm looking at the manager that they've got. He's proved already from last season he knows how to play them big games. He's got them set up right. He had a few injuries last season as well to some key players. The only thing I would say, they haven't got Gallagher in that midfield, who's gone back to Chelsea. That's going to be a massive miss for them. But apparently they've replaced him with somebody else in midfield. I'm not quite sure who that player is.
Guy from France.
Okay, so Gumson knows your stuff, man. So that's good. So I think Crystal Palace is a real outside shot for that top 6 place. But I think, you know, that the top 6 in itself, in terms of the Manchester Cities, Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, I think that's just the order it's going to be in. But I think we should be the top 6 as of last season as well.
Gamza, your surprise package?
Do you know what? I like the shout of Palace. I like the way they play. Again, if we get beat by them, I wouldn't even be surprised. And there's something about them; they're horrible to play against. If they can keep everyone fit, they're gonna be a problem. No one wants to go Selhurst Park. Like, it's one of them grounds you don't like to go and play. So I actually think that's a great shout. Newcastle obviously have got the riches. I don't think they've spent as much as I thought they would have this summer.
The rumor is apparently they will not spend over 30 million on a player.
Really?
Yep, they won't spend it. because Madison, they're looking at Madison, and Madison is going to be roughly about 50 to 55 million. And
They put an offer in of 50 million. So how can they not spend more than 30? They put a 50 million pound offer.
It's to do with add-ons, though. The money, they don't want to give that money, and then it's to do with add-ons.
Okay, fair enough.
Nicolas Pepe is available if they want him, so tell him come in.
As is Tanguy Ndombele, he's available as well. You can have him.
Yeah, and Bellerin's there as well. Come and get him too, boy. But no, I think I like the sound of Palace. Yeah, for me, again, Villa are another team. If on their day they can cause a few upsets, but I just think there's something soft about them. But I think Palace
they've got Steven Gerrard there, innit?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. There's always gonna. Yeah. Just always thought we're at the end. Always thought we're at the end of Gerrard there. But no, I think for me, it's going to be. I think the top two are clear. I think there'll be 3 teams going for that top 4 with Tottenham, Arsenal, and Chelsea. And then United are going to be in that best of the rest race down there this season. I feel, and again, there's not even a negative because you're in that. We was there a few years ago. You got to have the hardships. You got to be ruthless. You got to clear out some of them players. No, but you know what I mean? There.
Shots, man, the little subliminal shots. I like it because he's smiling through. He's sending that.
No, but you know what is? I remember 2 years ago when people were coming at me, and I'm sitting there thinking, "No, but you know what? I understand it's frustrating when you're down there, but at the same time, you've got to clear it. Like keep papering over the cracks ain't no good for you." So we've gone through that transition, and we look healthier for it. Whether we're gonna, and don't get me wrong, I feel our team is young, and we've got the most inexperienced manager out of the lot. So I'm not even going to disagree with you where you say Arsenal could falter again, because actually the way we are set up is probably not for now. I think you'll see the best of this in 2 years' time. And so I think that's where we have to keep our perspective in place. If we can improve on points this season and we still end up 5th, but in fact, I would say that's a bonus. We've done well because actually Tottenham, with the signings they made, they could end up with 15 more points this year. So even if we then get another 12, we still end up 5th. So I think we've got to look at it a bit different for me. So I feel we're on the right track, and I think United have got to get. You need to clear out. Like again, that whole conversation that's come out of players leaving at halftime is crazy because surely they know pre-season if you ain't played a full 90 or at least 75 minutes, you should be doing runs after the match to get your match fitness up. So if anyone goes into a stadium, they see players that don't play a lot of minutes. At the end of the game, they're out and they're running up and down the pitch to get their minutes, to get their legs match fit. So how can you leave at half time? Like it doesn't make no sense to me. So yeah, there's something that they come. And I think Ten Hag's the man to do it, but there needs to be a ruthlessness. Arteta's shown that actually there's no player bigger than the club. And as much as you look bad, don't we? When Aubameyang left, fans were having a field day laughing at us, but actually we now look better for it. Like with Jesus coming in, I think that's definitely an improvement for us. And I think him alone could probably get us an extra 9 points this year.
Yeah. Jamie, your pick for the upset of the season?
Well, when I look at the top 6, I think the top six is set in stone, really. But when I look at West Ham, I'm not sure how West Ham will go. For me, West Ham have to get out of the Conference League as quick as possible if they want to get into that top 6, because the longer they're in it, I think the more they suffer. God, it's hard, ain't it? You look at teams like Leicester. Leicester on paper have a decent 11. They just don't have a big enough squad, and they've not bought anyone. Plus, I don't trust Brendan Rodgers. Then you got Villa. Villa are looking at it like Villa fans. They think the money Villa have spent. They're going to be wanting to be in them top 8 positions next season. I just don't see it happening. I think Stevie could be one of the first managers sacked, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. The Villa have spent a lot of money. They've spent a lot of money since Stevie's there. And I think the Villa board are looking at now top 8 in the Premier League, not 12th and 10th. So I think that could be a problem. Everton are going to get relegated, so that's hilarious. So when I look at all the teams around, I just don't really know. Newcastle's the one. Now I'm not overhyped on Newcastle like a lot of people are. Newcastle have got a lot of decent players, but I think they still got quite an average squad for me, and they're not spending the money I thought they would spend. If they had a striker, if they got Madison in and a striker, I'd actually say Newcastle might be the ones. I'm going to say West Ham if they get out of the Conference League quick enough. Otherwise, I think the top 6 is just there's got to be a gap between the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. I really do.
Yeah. Monday, your pick.
So my pick's Newcastle United. I think I've done a show every month, like a review since they had the money. Every month last season, was just covering them, following their results, and seeing how they picked up. And because I was like really studying them in detail, I realised how well they've done. They've got loads of money. They're not buying stupid players, for ridiculous prices. They're buying players to come in and build slowly, and I think they'll be really effective. One factor that they have is their home ground. If they can get their home form like electric and their stadium electric, they're one of the most exciting, greatest, best atmospheres in the league. One of them, and I think so. To be a big team, you need to win your home games. They always struggle playing away. I mean, they had a poor record in London, didn't they, for years? They couldn't win for love of money. But I think if they can change that, and that comes with attitude and more professionalism and a bigger squad, I think they do all right. Their signing's done really well. They bought a guy from Bristol City, I think it was Elliot something, a little attacking midfielder, really good player. And that's just kind of signings that, these guys are hungry. They will come in, not sit back on a big wage and just, smoke cigars. They will come in and have something to prove. And the fans will get behind them. I think the fans will have a lot to play in that. So my pick would be Newcastle. I'm really going to continue to watch out for them and respect to the manager as well. There's not many English managers in Premiership football, is there? I mean, the last one was Harold Wilkinson all the way back in 92. That's 30 years ago, is it now? Who won the league with Leeds United. So I think English manager being put in charge when they could easily get a foreign manager like everyone else. The way he's gone about his business is really good. So Newcastle will be my second team. As you know, Man United agenda. I like a second team. Newcastle will be my second team. I like how they do the business.
Amanda, would you mind just going through some of the comments, guys? If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe. If you're not new and you're old to the channel, just give us a like as well. And also, what I would like you guys to do in the comments as well, put down your top six where they're going to finish this season in the comments, and also your player of the season as well, who for your club. Obviously, Man United. Most of the people in the comment anyway. Player of the season, who you believe it's going to be. So, Amanda, if you want to kickstart it.
So you asked the question about surprise teams, someone who could possibly break into the top six. Matthew Bassett thinks West Ham and Aston Villa. I think the guys gave great examples of why they might make it. A-Bub saying, this Arsenal fan, you guys always finish 8th when you're in Europe. Stop it. I think talking to you, Gumza. Nick Nack saying, agree with me, West Ham are the only team that can challenge top 6, but they end up 7th again. But the Liverpool serious fan is saying, for United, I think Liverpool, Man City, plus West Ham and Steven Gerrard, Aston Villa team. HG Gamer saying Newcastle, maybe they could buy a few players in January and surprise us. A-Bub is saying, I agree with Palace. This is from what Shane was saying. I rate the manager. I think he will snipe Arsenal in that first game for fatality.
I got to ask a question. Was that ex-Arsenal man? Then did he break her heart? Because she's real bitter towards my boy.
Hey, Bob, if you want to respond to Gumza, you know what to do.
That's all love. That's all love, hey, Bob.
You see that now. Matthew Bass is saying Villa are a dangerous team. They brought well in Kamara and Carlos, who were very good players. Hey, Bob, again, your favourite person, Gumza, saying this Arsenal fan, when December comes round, we will hear excuses about being in Europe. You only performed last season because you were not in Europe. That's a fact, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't deny it. But do you know, also, I think that's what hemorrhaged us at the end of the season, because we took a squad into the season which was just ready for one game a week. Whereas I think this year you've seen we've actually strengthened certain areas, and we've now gone for the approach of 2 players in each position. So Saliba,
how much players have you bought, Gamza?
I think 5, but even players come back. Saliba's a new signing, you know, that old cliche. But again, he could have stayed last season. No, but do you know what I mean? He could have stayed last year, but you look at a backup centre-back, Rob Holding probably played 6 games all in all, do you know what I mean? So to keep him and not have enough game time would have been detrimental for his development. So I feel this year, obviously, now we've got 2 games a week most weeks. We now have to strengthen in certain areas, and we've kind of done that with the Vieiras coming in, Saliba's come back, Marquinhos,
right?
Who, Saliba?
Vieira.
No, Vieira.
I'm not going to talk to him. You'll see. Yeah,
man. The word I would use, Mr. B.
Yeah, Bernardo Silva, Santi Cazorla-esque, you know what I mean?
He's skinnier than me, man.
He's not right about that, but he's nimble.
Okay.
You can slip through the gaps, innit? Harry Maguire won't see him coming, boys. You know, turn too slow.
Again, how can you allow this? He's just giving them little subliminal shit like that all the time, man.
Listen. This is what people fail to understand. We've been watching Manchester United pre-season. If people think they're going to be turning up and giving that same team that play Errol Fred in midfield, then there's going to be issues because we're not playing the same style of football.
We're not playing the same football.
Yes, I understand we've got the same players, but the football is different. I wouldn't expect you lot to have watched our pre-season game like I wouldn't watch your ones. So, but when the season starts, I think certain teams will be in for a little surprise.
Can I just say, okay, so again, this is from a coaching perspective. Top class footballers still need time to develop into a system of formation. Some top class footballers, no matter what you do, won't ever look good in a certain tactical formation that a manager sets out. The problem I see for you guys is I think you've got a few too many players, particularly in midfield, who are not cut out to play Ten Hag style football.
Midfield, though, just not cut out to play midfield.
Just not cut out to play that style of football because all that passing, receiving on the half turn, knowing what you're doing, I ain't seen that in them players. And for them to then suddenly, over 3 months, develop that to become world class at it, ain't going to happen. I think you're right in what you're saying.
Well, Shane,
if you look
at Eriksen in the game you see him in pre-season, Eriksen looks fantastic.
That's why he's been brought in because he
wait for it.
Ajax
wait for it as well. Fred ain't look bad either.
Why are you gonna do this to yourself, man?
Why would you do that?
Listen, I'm all about Fred, mate. Come on, Fred.
I don't think Fred's that bad.
Everyone, yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
I think Fred was arguably your best consistent player last season. I don't think he's a bad midfielder.
Oh my God.
I don't think Fred's a bad midfielder. It's just that
you're having Gums and Jamie just trolling you consistently in this stream. I've not done it once. I had one little episode about something about you lot in the top 6, but apart from that, that's me. Them lot have been constantly burning you.
No,
Fred's not that bad.
Fred's not bad for them. He couldn't come into my team, but for them, he's all right, isn't it? Like,
I don't think Fred's that bad of a midfielder. He's just not got the right players around him. That's all.
There you go. Have you seen? Do you guys actually watch Fred? No. Wait. On a serious note, do you watch Fred play for Brazil? Do you guys watch Fred play for Brazil? Yeah. Fred's world class for Brazil. I'll tell you that now.
United. I don't care what he does for. We had a player called Paulinho that joined us. He was fantastic for Brazil. He was shocking for Spurs. Absolutely shocking.
Yeah, but most players are shocking for Spurs, though. They leave their club and they come to Spurs, and that's it. They go off and win trophies.
How many years have you finished above us? Apart from the year of Ollie there.
But can I ask you a question?
So, come on, let's
you
do
finish
this.
above us.
Wait, I knew it was going to
wait. Let me just put this one in. You finish above us, but when last time did you win a trophy? Even though you finish above us.
And to his point as well, he said players leave Spurs and go on and win trophies. How many trophies?
There you go. How many is it now? 11 or 12 players
who are left. I think there's like 30. Was it 20-something players left Tottenham and
now
won a
left
trophy?
Spurs.
So.
There you go. That says it all. Anyway, let's get to your player of the season. So let's start with Sam. Sam, your player of the season for Spurs. Who is going to be?
I'd have to do players of the season.
Players.
You know what I mean? We don't just have one player. I have players of the season. So I'm going to start off. The players of the season for Spurs is I'm going to name Son, Kane, obviously. That dynamic duo there, fabulous. I'm going to put Kulusevski in him. He's going to now have a full season under Conte. We've seen what he's done. You could put Bentancur in there, but I've actually got a midfielder better than Bentancur. I think he's going to have an even better season than him, and it's going to be Yves Bissouma. Watch out. Again, going into our defense, I really do believe, and Gumza, you're testament to this because you wanted him as well. Jed Spence, give him 3 months. I think he's going to be absolutely flying in that spread. Just the same way that Robbo came from Hull and came and boosted it up. You know what I mean? I can see Jed Spence really, really being attacking because that's what he's been brought in there. He's not been brought in to defend. Playing free at the back, your defensive capabilities don't have to be brilliant as they should be. Emerson is just crap at defending, crap at going forward, so that he's out of it. But Jed Spence, I think, is going to be a magnificent player. So Jed Spence, I forgot about Perisic. Did I mention Perisic as well? Oh, sorry about that. Perisic, Son, Kane, and Bissouma. So there you go. I've got 5 players you can choose from, family. Yeah, that's right.
He's
He's
the
too
best
greedy.
thing
And
he's
they've got
greedy.
Jesus,
He's too
and he
greedy.
ain't doing shit for them.
He's
The
too
worst thing
greedy.
is,
Sam's too
he left
greedy.
he left that one player, and if that player gets injured, the season's done, and that's Romero. So I don't know how you're leaving him out.
Oh
to be
my
fair.
God. Oh,
He-
see
he-
that?
he's
Thank
the
you,
real
Arsenal
deal.
fans. Thank
He's
you,
the real
Arsenal
deal.
fans. Just add on to the quality of our squad, innit? You know what I mean?
I'll give you
Thank
that.
you,
I'll give you him.
Thumbs up.
For me, I think Jesus is going to take a lot of the plaudits this season, but our most important player is Thomas Partey. So I feel if he has a good season, we stand more of a chance. I think if he gets injured or has a dip, that's us done. Unless we get that backup player who can rival him. It's that simple. He's not playing. We're a different outfit. So yeah, you know me. I'm honest. I'm as honest as I can be. Partey's
This is what I'm
key to
saying about
everything
the
for me right now.
midfield. The midfield is so important for every single team here. I personally believe out of the three teams that are here, our midfield on paper is the strongest in terms of the age representation, in terms of the players who are due to fit the system. I know Liverpool have obviously got players that have won stuff and all the rest of it, but you look at them on paper, Thiago, Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Milner. I don't know.
Yeah, they might have injuries, but Thiago and Fabinho is better than any of your midfielders.
Yeah. The only thing with you lot is as well. Your midfield. Yeah, 100%. But your midfield.
Thiago and Fabinho are not better than ours. They're in a better team. 100%.
Brother, no. There's no creativity in your midfield. Your biggest problem though is you've got no creativity in midfield. That's your biggest. That's going to be your biggest problem.
Okay, go on.
Right, so that's going to be your biggest problem. Is lack of creativity.
Jamie,
that's going to be your biggest problem.
So party is for you, Jamie. Who's going to be your player of the season at Liverpool?
Somebody to pick from. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Trent Alexander-Arnold, you know. I'm going to go Trent Alexander-Arnold. A lot of people will say Mo, Van Dijk, Alisson. You know, there's last year Alisson was happy.
About your midfield that you just said.
Thiago.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thiago is mustard. That's basically his quality.
Top player.
But Trent is a quality footballer. You know, just a quality footballer. I have a feeling Trent will break the assist record this season.
He's in my fantasy football, so hopefully he does.
In the Premier League,
don't score against Man United.
I've just got a feeling he might break the Premier League assist record this season because he's got an out-and-out number 9 now to aim for in the box, and he hasn't had that. When you look at Trent's had a lot of quality crosses into the box where he's had no number 9, so the passes look. You know when no one gets on the end of a pass and it looks shit, but the cross is actually really good, but no one's there to, put it in the back of the net. A bit like City had last season with no number 9. That's, I think, what Trent's going to have this season. So I think Trent might have an amazing season, so I'm going to go Trent.
On Monday for United.
You lot's easy. It's David De Gea again. It's the same every year, isn't
Fred, man. We're talking about
it's David De Gea, man.
Fred
David De Gea, guy. Usual thing. Didn't he make the best amount of saves last season? It's got to be De Gea, isn't it? De Gea. That's all it is.
On Monday, who's it? Harry. Go on, give us some Harry Maguire on here now.
Have they hushed their beak?
They're almost out.
do we need to put them on mute? Answer for us. I think the defense is going to be really important. As long as we got the shape, I want to see a revival in certain players. One being Harry Maguire and maybe Rashford as well. If he can get his back to form, could be dangerous. And I also think the midfield is going to be crucial. I'd love to get Frankie de Jong. That'd be if he does come in, that'd be a crucial part to how we play. Just to add another thing, like people are talking down at us, like we've had one bad season. We came second, we came third twice prior to that as well. So I think we've got good players. Now we've got the structure of the team. I don't think we should be underestimated like this. And it'd be nice to come back and review this show. This is live. It's been shown to millions and millions of people out there. It'd be nice to come back and review this and see the energy change. Maybe at Christmas,
Yeah,
see
Christmas time we'll do it again.
Down here somewhere.
During the World Cup, because you are right. Before I'll go to Mr. B first. Mr. B, you're a player to see. I think it's going to be the same person I'm picking as well.
Sancho
yeah,
under Ten Hag is going to cause a chaos. I believe
Sancho is mine. Yep, I've called it right at the beginning as well.
I'm telling you, Eriksen, if he gets to play enough games, will be your best player, in my opinion, because he'll be the.
I'll be honest. If he, the person who I think is most under threat is Bruno, because
Yeah.
Ten Hag likes Fred. For whatever reason, Ten Hag likes Fred, so Fred will play. And the way that Eriksen played when he came on, if Bruno don't back up his ideas, I think Bruno could be the fatality there, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. And pre-season, he's been having a shocker.
Bruno ain't a
ask
midfielder. That's the problem.
Can I just ask about the Man United formation? Is Ten Hag not going to go to a traditional 4-3-3? Was he playing a 4-2-3-1 at the moment, or is he not playing that at all?
I heard a rumour they're playing 3 at the back, Man United.
Who 3 at the back?
Three at the back.
We ain't playing. We're not playing 3 at the back. We're not playing.
I want to see that 4-2-2-2-2 thing that you lot done last season, boy. Because you lot was talk on it. I see your Monday
so
bringing out lines and
Time out.
here, do that.
Can't do this, man.
Man, we're doing star jumps with the pressing like this last season, and I don't know what happened, boy. But yeah, I want to see some more of that next year.
Brilliant.
Man.
Amanda, would you mind going through some of the comments, please?
Liberty.
All right, so a lot of people saying here Jadon Sancho would be one of the best players for Manchester United. We've got Nick Knack saying Trent is in everyone's FPL team. That's the
Yep, he's in
if
mine.
you don't know about FPL, it's the Fantasy Football League. We've got our own Fantasy Football League coming up. Maybe we put the code in the comments, so make sure you come along and join that. De Bruyne has got Haaland saying here. A-Bub, who's been really sort of giving it back to these guys downstairs, both Sam and Gumza. She's saying Eriksen. She's saying Eriksen, Sancho, and Malacia. Just a couple more here. Martial will surprise this year, says Gavin Ward. And Elanga needs a loan move. All right, so Elanga's not really getting much love.
Yeah.
And Ching is done. I think it means Chong.
Chong's on.
You lot skipped a comment. You skipped a comment.
Where?
Which one?
Let me post this up because I agree. Oh,
Spurs don't play formations anymore.
We don't. Now she's talking about you lot, boy. United's formations all in the bin. She's trying to say.
No, it's not got nothing to do. You know what? I want you. You know what comes out? It's good. Anyway, look. You know what? I'm not.
She's
she's
your people.
I'm no. I know what she's talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. But you know what? I need to get you. I tell you what.
No.
I need to get you on a Friday. I need to get
Yeah,
you on
you
a
do.
Friday.
He needs to be punished for what he's done tonight. He needs to be punished.
I need to get you on a
It's
Friday.
not funny.
Friday, I got
Because-
my youth club runs on Fridays. I'm busy Fridays. Big.
Don't worry.
busy.
I'm here very, very late. The takeaway doesn't start until 10 o'clock.
I might
Is that
have to make
summons?
Not this Friday though, because you know.
Don't worry.
I've
Don't
got a
worry.
big game on
Don't worry.
You'll
bro.
get your invitation.
The season's long.
I'll
You've
watch
been
that show,
invited.
man.
You've been
I'll watch
invited.
that show.
that. I
Yeah,
accept it.
definitely.
Anytime you're ready. Preferably just
That's a
before we
great
kick
show
you
right
lot's
there,
ass. But
Roddy.
yeah, don't worry.
Right,
Don't
guys.
worry.
Before
You're
we wrap
welcome.
up now, Sam, league
Yes.
position, please. Top 6.
Oh, do you want it in order?
Yes, please.
Okay, so if we the league's
No,
gonna
not
finish
if.
before the
You got to
Champions-
put it in order.
No, I'm just saying because if we win the Champions League, if the league was to finish after the Champions League,
Load of shit.
I'm just getting it in there. If we already won the Champions League and the league hasn't finished, then I don't think we'll win the league as well. I'm not that greedy. But if the Champions League's afterwards, then I'm going to say, right, so let's say the Champions League's afterwards. Okay, top 6 for me, Spurs. I'm going to go City, then I'm going to go Liverpool. I think Arsenal, I'm going to give Arsenal top 4 this season. I think they'll outdo City. City outdo Chelsea in terms of that. I think Chelsea have got too many problems in their camps, regardless of who they bring in. You can't just bring in all these players. There's so much stuff in terms of their director of football that they've messed up with. This new owner looks like he just thinks he's the man. And I don't think the signings that they've got in terms of this Koulibaly, he's not going to make that big difference. Everybody thinks, oh, he's going to, but he's only replaced Rudiger, who Rudiger's, I think, is a better player in terms of how the Chelsea system needs to play. Cucurella, he might make a difference. But I say, going on, so I rambled a little bit there. Chelsea will be 5th, in my opinion. And I'm sorry, Man United fans, even in Chelsea being so rubbish, I just think your lot will be rubbish. So you're going to be 6th.
Okay. Gumza.
So basically, I've got an analogy. You might have heard it before. Some of us play FIFA and some play Football Manager. So, City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal, they're the Football Manager. They buy well, they build the structure. Chelsea and Man United, you man are FIFA. You just go and buy players and bring them in and it's going to work. It don't work like that. Do you know what I mean? So, that's the top 6. The Football Manager, man, the in-depth, tactical, you know what I mean? The in-depth, the scouting system. Arsenal, you man just buy players because of the name. It don't work. So that's my top 6 there. Very simple. Football Manager at the top 4, FIFA 5th and 6th.
Man, Mr. B,
Jamie?
that takeaway, I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it's Liverpool champion, City, Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, United.
Another Football Manager man, see? He knows.
He knows the score, man. He knows the score.
OMONDI?
Silence at the top.
Sorry, I wasn't summoned.
Silence. People silence and it's like in shock. They don't know what to say. What do you mean 6? How can it be 6? We were only 6 last season. What do you mean 6 again?
I think we need to get bigger screens because there's swell up heads and chests downstairs. I think it's to be City winning league. I think Spurs will come 2nd, Liverpool will come 3rd, Man United will come 4th, Arsenal 5th, and Chelsea 6th.
Mr. B?
I'm just listening to what one day said. I'm gonna go City, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal.
Oh, that's trolling. He's trolling you there, Gumza.
He wants me on the show, innit? That's why he knows how to draw me out.
So I went with City to win the league by 15 points. Ooh. Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, United, Arsenal, West Ham.
Another troll.
No, listen. The reason I did with Arsenal is all to do with whenever they play in Europe, they struggle in the Premier League. That's just saying. Even though they buy big, they bought a few players.
I think
they struggled. They will struggle.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
So yeah, but guys, listen. It's been fantastic having you guys on. It's been great. Little back-to-back sort of, dig at United, come on the United agenda and try to destroy us. But, we'll take it. We'll accept it. But, guys, as always, everyone in the comment, thank you so much for taking part, putting your comments in. Also, remember, give us a like, share, and subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. But first things first, Shane.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Sam Spurs for Life. Where can we find you, sir?
Thank you. Oh, big screen. You can find me on Paxton Road TV right there. As you can see, Sam Spurs for Life on Twitter and on Instagram, as it's shown on the handle there. And yeah, if you want to come and watch good football, we're playing in the Champions League, so you might want to come and look at our reaction shows because we're going to have quite a few Champions League reaction shows. I said something funny. Sorry about that. So yeah, come across the Paxton Road TV where you can see top level football, top level punditry, and reactions and reviews to top level games. That's me. Done.
Oh, and Gumza, so where can we find you?
You might be able to find me on the Amri TV, depending how Friday night goes. If it doesn't go well, you lot ain't finding me. Don't say that. You might not see me for a while, but no, you'll see me on the Amri TV. Again, we're there most days. One of us are there. Yeah, it's all love. I love these guys. Man United Agenda, just want to say thank you for having me on. I've really enjoyed it. Bob, love to you as well. But yeah, catch us on the Armory TV. I'm not really active on Twitter, so just catch me on the streams. Again, if Arsenal start badly, I'll see you at the end of the season. Or for the World Cup, back to that. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much, and make sure you like and subscribe. It's such a good channel, man. Love.
Thank you, Gumza. Brilliant. And Jamie, sir, where can we find you?
So, yeah, you can find me, guys, at Jamie Phillips Football Chats. It's mostly a Liverpool channel, but I do watch-alongs of the top 6 as well, including this Friday night with Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, which should be a fun game. And, so come and join me there, guys. Jamie Phillips Football Chats. Big up to everyone in the channel.
Thank you so much, Jamie. Pleasure having you on again, sir. Well, guys, OMONDI, Mr. B, any last words?
Yeah, I'll just say quickly, it's been a great show, a lot of energy, and you can see the excitement that the fans are feeling. I mean, you've got Spurs fan who thinks they're going to win the league. You've got an Arsenal fan that haven't been in the top 4 for years, but think suddenly by coming 5th, they're going to, that people will forget about 2 times 8th place. And then you've got a Liverpool fan who I respect because they are a flipping good team.
Mr. B?
No, just a couple of things. Obviously, Liverpool, you lot are doing the thing at the moment. Gumza, I'm waiting for you. And Sam,
Yes.
I hope when we play you this time, you don't magically not come on the stream.
No.
that you turn up, and you take your licks like a grown man.
What you say? He went AWOL. Did he go AWOL?
He went AWOL on a plane, blood. Yeah, AWOL on a plane. I never heard nothing. I sat down there waiting. I had his box ready for him. I had his welcome. I wrote a nice statement. Nothing. So that's what I want from you. Yeah, show your face on the channel after we give you the links. That's it. Thank you.
That's fine. I'm going to be there. I'll do a Friday night as well. Let's do a Friday night takeaway as well. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, Mr. B, they're piling up now.
Because
Oh,
no,
Mr. B's happy.
I'll be after Gumza. The next show after Gumza. I'll pop over that first one, and then I'm ready for that one afterwards. That's what I'll do.
No, brilliant, guys. Thank you all for watching. Like and share and subscribe. We will be back tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. So make sure you set your notification bells. Also, don't forget the Fantasy Football League as well. We'll get the codes and everything up tomorrow. I forgot it. So make sure you tune in. We've got about 120 people into it now, I believe.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think, Jamie, you're in it as well, aren't you? I did put the link up there as well.
I have never done a fantasy league in my life.
Oh, okay, wow.
Every time I do fantasy football, I set my team up, do 2 weeks of it, and then forget it existed.
Yeah, Gumza, you're asking, bro.
Quick question for the top three up there. How many Man United players you got in your
Metaphorically,
fantasy
top three,
team?
not metaphorically.
I'm not going to disclose my team.
No, I can look at it. So I can look at it and I can put it on Twitter. But can you tell me how many Man United players you got in your team?
No, you can't. I'm not saying anything. I'm going to keep my mouth completely stum. I definitely don't have 3.
How many I've got?
Oh God.
1.
I got 1, yeah.
And is it Fred or is it De Gea? Must be De Gea.
I've got 2.
De Gea, who's your
No,
backup
you
keeper?
haven't. Please.
You got who's your backup keeper?
Bob, don't say that.
I've got 2.
Please,
I've got 2.
Bob, don't do
I've
that.
got 2.
Don't do that. Don't do
You
that.
got De Gea and Henderson. De Gea and Henderson.
Put it this way, I've only got one Tottenham in it, and that's it.
That's your problem. It's not my problem. That's your problem because we've got some. We've got Kane, Kulusevski, Perisic. I've told you what we've got, and if you're going to put Fred and McTominay above them, lot, well done.
Well, you got to remember as well, Sam. You got to remember last season Ronaldo was out for probably majority of the season and finished not far away from Harry Kane in top goal scorer.
The way he's going, he's going to be out for a lot of this season too. So let's hope he does exactly the same. Yeah.
Wait for the season. Wait for the season to start. We'll then talk then. But guys, from us on the Maniac Agenda, it's been absolute pleasure tonight. So make sure you tune in tomorrow 8:30 p.m. Where we're going to be discussing more topics around Manchester United, and also on Friday. Do not forget there will be a Friday's preview show, isn't it? Yeah, the preview show, Maniac Brighton preview show, and then you're going to have Friday night takeaway as well, and then the watch along on Sunday. So make sure you tune in, guys.
We should be,
Sam,
the last thing I want to say, we should be dining on some nice takeaway down at Sellers Park, some nice fish and chips in the paper, wrapped up. That's what I'm expecting to see. So come on, do this Friday night takeaway. Take them lot away. Take him away anyway.
From us. Good night. Good night.